Is Squad in the house? Are we here? Are we here? Is everybody here? Is Zills in the house? Zills, did you get my link? You watching Potomac? I forgot about Potomac. Is everybody here? Is Zills in the house? I'm echoing. Zills, did you get my Hey, call me Nikki, Zills, TJ, Sabrina, Valerie. Okay, I see everybody okay, Carol was the first in there. Jamario. Okay. So what did y'all think about the Housewives finale? Was it good? Was it great? Was it just okay? Did it wrap things up in a pretty little bow? Did we love it? Did we hate it? I'm kind of on the fence about it because I'm basically just waiting for the reunion. I just want to see them rip Kim to shreds. Hey, Shay's in the house. Miss Virgo, you thought it was good? I thought it was pretty good. Let me think. My good, my bad, my ugly. My good was probably Eva and her forming relationships with other people. The little play date with Kandi and little Marley and Ace. That was cute. And them partnering together for the Halloween party. I thought that was good. The bad, I figured was Marlo chasing Porsha around the party, being, an instigator. I'm like, if you follow me on Twitter, I'm like, I hope they check Marlo's hair for razor blades. And the ugly, I think, would be Kim. Kim is always the ugliest person in the room, regardless of all the Botox and the fillers and the Juvederm and the whatever it is she's putting in her face this week. Regardless of all of that stuff that she does to make herself more beautiful, her spirit is the ugliest thing. And she brought her negative energy into that old church and just turned everything down. NeNe's costume, exactly, Felicia. NeNe's costume was great. The roach, totally, made Kim's face drop lower than it already has. Even though Croy laughed about it, Greg was about to pass out in that dang thick ass whatever that was, plastic or whatever it was made out of. You saw him on the corner trying to catch a few breaths or whatever. I thought that was cute. Hold on, I got the episode right here. Let me see if I can scan and see a little cute part. I like putting little cute parts in here. Oh, Shereé's basement. Shereé's basement. Let's talk about Shereé's basement. Let me take my little cuff off before I start hitting the table. Shereé and her basement, honey. She's been talking about this basement for about 2 or 3 episodes. We see she finally got it done. She's prepping it for Tyrone for his 2022 release. And she invited Kandi and Cynthia over to bask in the glory that is her moldy basement. And apparently, she done spent all the man's money on the basement. And even Kandi said, all I see is money. Hold on, I want to look at this for a second. I got to. I'll put the screen share on. Lord, I can't put the screen share on. Hold on. Why you won't let me screen share it? Uh-oh, Google and locked up my screen share. Damn it. I was doing good. Why do you want to let me screen share it? Oh, well, there's that. We can hear it. Oh, I'm so mad about this. Let me see if I go out and come back in if I can screen share it. Because I want to watch it again. Okay, y'all, give me 5 seconds. I'm going to go out and reboot and come back in. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. And I can screen share now. I don't know why they wouldn't let me screen share before, but I can screen share now. Hold on. So.
But I don't even feel nervous.
Oh, wait. I was in the basement.
Oh, that's why I heard him. I know. I'm like, Kandi, love a snack, boo. Oh, hold on. That must be Cynthia. Oh.
So Shereé had snacks on paper plates.
Hey, Miss Bailey. Oh, my God. Hi. How are you? I'm doing good. You doing good? Hey, girl. What's up? So this your basement? You got all this in the basement? I already have this in my main room, Chad. It's nice to know that Kandi and Cynthia are really loving my basement. Cynthia, who has her home full of IKEA, I wanted to show her what real furniture looks like. Oh, Lord, look over here. I love your color schemes. This is too much house for one woman.
You know what I see when I look around? Money.
Shereé, what are you going to do with this big house by yourself? What about entertaining?
She sold a lot of books, okay? Apparently.
So, I got this app, Priv. They'll send people out. You want your nails done? You want facials? You want massages? Whatever
Kandi
you want
had to point out
I got a couple girls.
That Shereé sold a lot of books. Honey, Shereé sold a whole lot of books to get that basement done. to get that artwork down there, to get that granite and those hardwood floors. They're in the basement, so there aren't any windows in the basement. Cookie the bum. But that was the shade because everybody's looking at Shereé like, are you really spending Tyrone's money on TV? Like, is that what's going on? Like, after all those reports of you owing the IRS all this money, are you really doing this on national TV in front of 3 million, 4 million, however many million people? Are you doing this? So yeah, that was pretty interesting. I think that Shereé made, I don't know. She's gonna have to explain like how she did it and all of that jazz. So that'll be interesting. Do y'all want to take some calls? Do y'all want to talk about it? Do y'all want to? I'm trying to think what else really moved me. Besides, I watched it earlier this week, but I tried to like live tweet it as well, but I was kind of over it by then. But the only other thing that moved me was the party. At the party when NeNe was trying to get Porsha to apologize again to everyone because apparently no one feels like Porsha has taken any accountability. I know it's old. Everybody's tired of the whole Roachgate situation. We want everybody to move on. Everybody wants them to get over the fact that Porsha said what she said about, Kandi wanting to drug her and take her to the sex dungeon and that it was all Phaedra's fault. But Porsha's still there and people are still kind of upset about the situation. So I don't know. And I know y'all wondering where Josh is, honey. Josh is in the street drinking somewhere. I don't know what Josh is. I should call him, but I don't want to do that to him again. No calls? Okay, no calls. But that was the interesting part. Let me think what else. Let me scroll through my little notes. Hold on. The two Cleopatras and how Kandi threw shade and said that Shereé's Cleopatra was the low budget Cleopatra. So on one hand, she low budget, but on the next hand, all you see is money down in the basement. Shamia's always being messy. Let's see. In the party. Oh, yeah, they didn't do too much with Kenya. Kenya really was real low-key this season. So, I don't know if the rumors about Kenya being gone are true. I do know, as I've said in previous videos, that production is kind of upset about, the things that happened with the marriage. But I'm just hoping that they don't, like, bring KKK Kim back. But, like I said before, I feel like the hate also draws numbers, also draws viewers. So as much as y'all hate Kim, just like y'all used to hate Kenya, it still, makes y'all watch. But I don't know. You say I should call Josh. I'm not gonna call Josh while he at the club. Kenya needs to leave the show and go to work on her marriage. But I think that's why she got married. I think she got married because of the show. And that was her main focus on the show, was to find a man. And so she found one, she married him, and now she's still on the show. And what she wants to be on the show is a housewife with a husband. That was her goal. So now that she has that, I don't see her like wanting to leave, but I don't know. You kidnapped them, Jim Marie? Oh no, bring them back. Bring them back. Oh no. Let me see. He just FaceTimed me a little early. Let me see if he gonna answer. Oh no, he's not a blouse, is he? Come here, Biggie. Get out of my room, little dog. How far in time is the show? Well, tonight's episode was the finale, and it was the Halloween party, so it was in October. But they do like scenes after that, and then they incorporate it. But yeah, just like last year, Shereé's housewarming party was in October as well. Nobody's watching for Kim. Nobody is watching for Kim. That's true. But again, I feel like, because we hate her so much and because we watch and we want to see her drag, that is the draw for Bravo. And they may keep her around for that. I'm hoping they don't. But I really want her to be gone. I really want her to be gone. Is Kenya really married or not? The thing is, no one's seen the marriage license, Denicia. We all said that, but at the same time, it's like, just like with her pregnancy. Do we tell the lady she ain't pregnant when she says she is? Do we tell her she not married when she says she is? And so that's the whole situation on the show. Like at the reunion, you'll see, and I heard that when Kenya, mentions that she's pregnant, nobody believes her. So if she chooses to, no, Kim wants to come back. Kim wanted a Peach this year, but they wouldn't give her one. I think the drop in ratings is indicative of the lackluster storylines. I do believe that they need some new blood, Cassandra, and that's a really good question for those of you who are watching this later. She asked me, what do I think about the drop in ratings? This season, they had a new producer, a new executive producer, and it just wasn't as exciting as it normally has been. And I believe that, that was the reason why. Of course, everybody knows Carlos King had been there for a while, and he knew a lot of the girls personally. And with Michael Beck, he knows Kim personally. He knows the other girls, but it's like, I feel like he came from Kim's show, and so Kim was his main Peach. So, but the show is definitely struggling. The reunion may make up for it. I don't know. I know there's a lot of drama with the reunion. We did talk about it last week when the trailer dropped. I've been talking about it for a few weeks actually, because I know, they all ganged up on Kim. Kandi had called Andy and, expressed her concerns about Kim often coming, with the intention of leaving. And I guess, now she finally speaks up about it. In addition to NeNe speaking up about it, they had some private phone conversations, the whole group of them outside of Shereé. And, they're just not seeing it for Kim. So, like a plan. Kim has said so much, Everlasting Glow. She's done so much. I don't think she fits in with the group. And I don't want to make it a racial issue, but at this point, because she said so many racial things, and the things that she's done has been perceived as racist, then, it's like she's the token white girl on the show. And the only reason they're keeping her there is for that tension. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. And so Biggie chilling. Yeah, he's always chilling. Kim is a no. I vote no for Kim. I vote no for Kim. Do y'all think Eva make a good housewife? I mean, I believe Eva's Peach is solidified at this point. She's pregnant. She's about to have a kid any day now, probably. She's about to get married. She's engaged to an attorney. She's moved to Georgia. I mean, she pretty much fits in with the group. The girls all seem to like her. You say no. She's beautiful, you know. She's young. I feel like, you know, Eva will probably take Porsha's place. But like I said, as far as anybody, if anybody's going to be kicked off the show, they're going to cut from the top down. That's just the way I see it. And I think the main two people who may be on the chopping block from the top down would be either Kenya or Cynthia or both. And I like Cynthia. I don't want her to leave or whatever, but, you know, they're going to cut the fat, you know, like they can. That's why Porsha is in every episode, because she's like one of the lowest paid between her and Shereé. So they both can be in dang near every episode. When you see NeNe rotating in and out, maybe Kandi rotating in and out, and that type of thing, is because they get paid the most in their budgets with every episode. Kim is slowly turning her face into Sarah Jessica Parker. I don't know, Lady D. I don't know what she's doing, but it's not good. It's not good. And then that screenshot from, I may have already deleted it, from the episode, from the reunion, when her, you know, when she did that face and all of her skin was like sagging. I'm like, she got a lot of loose skin on her face. What's the deal? That's not good. Do I remember when Kenya said she didn't want a black baby? She wanted a blue-eyed baby with blonde hair. I vaguely remember that. Mariah is stuck on Married to Medicine. She's an executive producer. I don't believe they cross promote and that type of thing. Well, they do cross promote, but I don't think they would like move one to the other show. Yeah, I like Cynthia a lot too, and I feel like this might be, I don't know. She really needed Peter this season. She needed him a lot, and that relationship with Will was a little bit, not a little bit, but a lot. It wasn't believable, and even production was catching, you know, their the way their body language didn't mesh. You know, for them to be, you know, dating and getting to know each other, there was no chemistry. And so, even though he was an attractive man and Cynthia is an attractive woman, there was no chemistry, and it just wasn't believable. We wanted to believe it. I wanted to believe it, but no one bought it. But Cynthia being boring is a good thing. I feel like she levels everyone out. You know what I mean? Like she like keeps everyone kind of like, you know, on a level playing field, and she can kind of like diffuse a lot of the arguments because she's on both sides. So what's wrong with Sex in the City over 40 and Black in Atlanta? I think that would be a good thing. Sex in the City in Atlanta. If she comes back next year, she'll have a girlfriend. That'll be an interesting storyline, Sabrina. That would be really interesting. But I honestly believe that Cynthia's still married to Peter. If she comes back next year, it'll be her and Peter getting back together. I miss Apollo too. Apollo was funny. Apollo used to just be ratchet and funny, and even Phaedra. But you know, we all know why Phaedra's not back. But did y'all see Phaedra was at Star Jones's wedding on the cruise? I posted pictures on the site. So yeah, Phaedra's living her best life, I guess. You know, being unemployed and traveling, that's a good thing sometimes. You know, she gets her mind right. She come home, feed the kids, and leave again. She come home and feed the kids and leave again. Let me think. I'm trying to think who would be a good housewife for next season. I know Shamia, they offered her a peach. She did not want one. Well, she would have accepted it, but her new husband didn't want her to do it. So she's okay being a friend. Porsha, of course, she wants to stay. Her relationship with everybody, as NeNe pointed out, is shaky. Now she done fell out with Shereé too, and I know she fell out with Kim. I told y'all earlier in the season she fell out with Kim over some hair or something, and Kim, she consulted somebody that made a wig for Kim, and Kim accused her of stealing her contact or something, but you know, I guess that was too boring to play out, so they didn't air it on the show. But I was just surprised to see her and Shereé. I mean, I knew Shereé was going to try to go at her some kind of way. Shereé is still like clinging to this Tyrone storyline, as you saw in the reunion teaser. you know, they even get Tyrone on the phone to say that NeNe is stalking him. And I feel like that's coordinated, because why wouldn't he have said that when they were on the phone when Shereé was on the couch? You know, it just seems like Shereé done schooled him. It's like, I need some drama. I need you to say this, you know, when we go on the show. I don't know. I don't know if I believe it, but I did see, you know, when NeNe said, I sucked his dick, or whatever it is she said, she was talking about Tyrone, because she's just so tired of everyone trying to say that she dated Tyrone or whatever. You know how sarcastic she is, and she added shade to her middle name, that she was like, yeah, I sucked his dick. So now what? What? So I'm interested to see how that plays out. And it shouldn't play out any kind of way, because the man is in prison. So who cares? You know, like, who cares? Like, why is Shereé trying to fight over this man who is in jail? Like, girl, he ain't getting out for 4 more years. Like, who can? You need to be fighting the man, his cellmate. Like, why is you fighting NeNe? It makes no sense to me. So Shereé needs to be fired. She definitely does. I feel like, but she's the type of person, she goes on there and she does whatever it takes to get the job done. She needs a check. She know what it feels like to be without a check. That's why now, you know, she ain't spending none of her money. As you can see, Shereé walking around in hang sweatsuits and sneakers every episode. She might have a little borrowed Louboutin every now and then, but she is not as glossy as she was episode 1, when she was allegedly spending all Bob's money on shoes, purses, and clothes. So I would vote for Shereé being gone. In the house situation, everybody watched Shereé for the house. At this point, at least in Atlanta, we know that house is a moot point. That house is a what do you call it? Just a trap, a money pit. That's all it is for Shereé, a money pit. And it has so many problems and everything that she keeps having to, you know, put more money in it. She got different contractors suing her. She's suing insurance companies, all of that. So at this point, it's like, we know she don't live there. We know it. We know she don't. So regardless of them letting the story play out on the show as if she does and closing, I feel like they let her close out her chapter, because before, everyone was calling it Neverland. Everyone was making fun of her. So now they have allowed Shereé, at least, you know, through her relationship with Kim and Michael Beck and all of that, they have allowed Shereé to show you that she's living in this magnificent home. Her kids are going to college. Now, you know, she's even finished the basement. She's bragged about it. The door is closed on the house. That story is done. We don't even care about it anymore. So basically, you know, they may as well say goodbye to Shereé now, because her main storyline, which was Chateau Shereé, is done. It's done. So what's next? We gonna listen to her talk 4 years on the phone to Tyrone? I don't know. What do I think about Angela Stanton coming on Housewives? I don't know. Like, Phaedra is gone now, so what's the point of Angela being there? Angela got a job. Isn't she on, like, from the bottom to the top, or from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the basement, whatever the show is? She's on that show. So, and you know, I told you how Bravo is about, you know, crossing different networks and things like that. So now that she's on that show, she'll never be back. The same way Lisa Wu was on Hollywood Divas, and so they didn't offer her position back when I felt like she should have came back for season 10. Vivica Fox, Kiss on Your Nerves. She's all right, I guess, maybe. From the bottom up, Anika. I knew what it was. I was just talking crap. But yeah, Angela. My personal experience, I have personal experiences with Angela. And, you know, I blogged about the situation. I had my own perception of, you know, why she decided to write a book when she did, as far as the whole Lives of a Housewife situation. You know, get your money, do what you do. But it just felt like, to me, from where I sat and knowing the parties personally that I knew, that she was doing it, you know, because your friend, your ex-friend, happened to get on a reality show. She's a rising star. What would, you know, an opportunist or someone who doesn't have any other skills, what would they do? They're going to try to latch on to this person's rising star to make money. And that's what she did. And so that's why I didn't respect that hustle, because I'm like, if you're gonna, you know, get your hustle done, get it done on your own merit. Don't like latch on to nobody else's coattails. And that's what I saw. So I didn't buy into the whole, you know, story about Phaedra. I don't know. You know, I could have been biased because I knew Phaedra and I was hearing certain things from Phaedra. That's true. But at the same time, I know for a fact that she was lying on me because she put my name in the story and tried to, when she was suing Phaedra, and tried to say that Phaedra was paying me to write stories, which was not true. So because I knew that she was lying on me, it wasn't too far-fetched for me to feel that she was lying on Phaedra. So that was how I drew my conclusion. Other people may take a different route, but that's the way I drew it. So yeah. Phaedra need to be back on. I think Phaedra need the money. I mean, right now she's just the Instagram model. Phaedra be taking some beautiful pictures for the gram, honey. Phaedra be posing. She like her pictures be high def. Like shoot, Phaedra be getting her outfits together, everything just to go take some pictures, honey, and then go home and go to bed. So Phaedra is an Instagram model. She is selling her little Instagram spots, honey, getting her little $1,000 a pop or whatever it is they pay to advertise or whatever to her 2 million, however many followers. Deshaun Snow, she should, but I think Deshaun is, as far as financially, she's fine. I mean, I'm sure she wouldn't come back for the money. I mean, her and Eric Snow, they got divorced. She got a settlement or whatever. He had a baby on her. She good. She got money. He got money. They got kids. She done moved on with her life. She was writing children's books. I actually have some of her books up there. And when she released those books, she was Pat Houston was her manager. So that, I mean, this was at least like 5 or 6 years ago. So I'm not sure what she's doing now, but she was happy doing that then. So Deshaun, and she went to real estate school. What else, Deshaun? Deshaun was doing a whole lot of things. So Deshaun is A-OK probably without the show. She lost all kinds of weight. She's looking so beautiful right now. Peace and blessings to you too, Miss Mary. Demetria, she was boring. She was supposed to have a peach. Remember that whole Roger Bob storyline? That was her entry into the show. But at the time, Carlos King was a producer, and they brought Claudia on to be a friend. And because Claudia got into it with NeNe that time about the whole your clit has left the building and all that stuff, they gave Claudia the peach because they felt like she'd be good bumping heads with NeNe. But what they didn't know was the whole colorism situation with Claudia and all the jokes that she had in her past. And you know what happens with that. When you get on a Housewives, they start pulling up everything. And when all that happened and all these black women start protesting, like, Claudia don't even like being black. Claudia talks about dark-skinned black women. Claudia does this, Claudia does that. Then next thing you know, out goes Claudia. So it is what it is. Keisha Knight Pulliam, they tried. Now she has drama. When Keisha first got on the show, when they first interviewed her for the show, she was boring and they passed on her. But now with the whole Ed Hartwell situation, that would have been perfect. They would have brought Lisa and Keisha back at the same time, with Keisha having the baby daddy drama with Ed. That was made for TV. Like I said before, the best stuff is like, you can't put it on TV because real life is crazier than fiction. Josh is out in the streets tonight, Miss Shawnee. Views by Shawnee. He'll be back, honey. We'll see him tomorrow, honey. The night my housewife day. It's Easter. We had to eat our food. I'm the one who came home and worked. Josh, works at the club. Josh has to be out in the streets. Kaya says she has a new IG. Gag order 1. Okay. Kaya gag order 1. Let me look at it. See what y'all talking about. Yes, like this video, subscribe to my channel. Kaya gag order 1. Okay. Let me see. Are you sure that's hers? Because she hasn't posted anything. Where did she announce it at? On her Facebook? Yeah, I texted X. I don't know if it's her. I don't want to give out the wrong information because a lot of people have been creating accounts and saying it's her. So since she hasn't told me, I don't know. Zeal's on Depot, nobody feel like it. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I've said everything I had to say about this show, honey, because let me think. What about the end? Let's talk about the ending. We go to the end. I like the way they rounded everybody's story up. That was cute. Let's look at the end for a second.
Lesson for me is to just embrace Cynthia. The best is yet to come. This is when I transform back.
Oh, wait.
Things got too much hair. Got too many people completely out of it.
To say Marlo,
Transform back.
we can say this was a very difficult competition. Everybody literally went out. So I would like to say Marlo, you are my runner-up.
Marlo, you're the runner-up.
50 cents.
I think the biggest lesson for me is to just embrace Cynthia. The best is yet to come. This is when I transform back.
Cynthia's finally 51. Now she's 51 cents.
Who won?
Cynthia had to win that. Walk around here looking like a 50 cent for real.
For the future, for me, if I had to give myself advice, it's like, keep going. Girl, you're headed in the right direction. Just go. Don't stop. Keep leveling up. That's what I plan to do. Yeah, me and Greg didn't even get like first or second place.
You ain't hot in this outfit.
I'm losing weight.
So Porsha still hasn't apologized.
I'm working a lot.
Your music career is going to take off, but the band is going to stay together 2 to 3 years tops.
Time to cut the cake. You want a piece?
Yeah. Thank you.
Candy,
Wait, Candy's not in it. A year ago, I would have never predicted my life would be where it is now, and I am.
I don't know. I think
possibly
Kenya might be
expanding
wrong.
my family.
Hold on.
Y'all come over here and get some of this cake. Now I know y'all hungry.
Next time on the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion.
Y'all want to watch the reunion trailer?
Getting off the couch.
Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They didn't like touch on Kenya much this episode, so I'm kind of feeling some kind of way. Even though I never really liked Kenya, but this season I liked a little bit more because I didn't like him. Can I talk about Fabulous Emily? No. No, nonsense. I will say we can say that, but I want to keep this on one topic only because Fabulous Emily. I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm gonna keep it on one topic. And if I come back tonight, maybe. Yes, this is the show's episode. It is actually, I'm about to post it on Straight from the A. The entire episode will be on Straight from the A at midnight. If you're on the West Coast, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. If you're on the West Coast, I am so sorry because I felt like y'all should have watched it by now. But yeah, it'll be on Straight from the A at midnight. I think Kenya and Michael are going to get into it tonight on Watch What Happens Live. That'll be interesting. Is it on yet? Oh, it comes on in like 2 minutes. So I want to see what Kenya's gonna talk about. Yes, Southland. Straight from the A always has it Go to straightfromtheA.com for the. You want to see the reunion show trailer? Okay, hold on. Let me put it back. Share.
I don't think you even know what you did. You still on that, girl? You ain't let that go.
The door is closed. Girl, Dad, can I talk? No, you can't. Where is your scooter?
Stop.
I'm contracting about every 10 minutes right now.
I'm gonna wash my hands.
Would you even know what you're looking at, Andy?
What are your businesses?
Simply Marlowe LLC. You want to Google that? When I'm looking for porn.
Any sense how the rest of this reunion's gonna go?
I think it's about to blow up in about 10 more minutes.
I'm not here to fight nobody's battles. Oh, I'm gonna fight the battle. Well, we'll talk to Lyron when he get out.
You tried to blackmail NeNe.
NeNe, I tried to blackmail you? Let's just say it. I sucked his...
Jealousy is a disease. Get well soon, bitch.
I'm sorry, Andy. I can't hear her behind her wig.
I don't have my own show for no reason.
Are you sitting on the sideline watching us like a f***ing fan?
You are f***ing trash.
You best see it back.
I don't give a f*** about you.
She can't stay in her chair.
Bye, girl. Get your ass out.
That's right. I'm so upset with you. Every one of those motherfuckers on that couch owed this girl the f***ing apology.
I need them to calm down so I do not have a reunion, baby. For more information on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, go to bravotv.com.
Yeah, I think the reunion is going to be better than the entire season. The reunion is going to be off the chain. Yeah, Kim's face is out. I don't know what's going on with that loose skin. Her mouth is huge. What is all of that? What is going on? I don't know what's going on. And Shereé is so far up Kim's butt that she could taste her lunch. I mean, I said that on Twitter. But I don't know what's going on with Kim. I really don't. But yeah, the drama is going to be on the reunion. It wasn't any drama throughout the season pretty much, but we'll see how it goes. If you want to read the spoiler, I did do a reunion show spoiler on Straight from the A. I'll put the link down below. It's actually on the video before this one if you want to read it. And if you want to actually see the actual video again without it being on YouTube or this, I know it's a little staggered or whatever. The video is on my site as well. So. Oh, Kim's face is melting. Yes, it is. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm not going to talk about Fab and Emily. I'm not going to talk about Fab and Emily. I mean, he knocked that girl teeth out. That's what they say. I saw the video, him chasing her and she trying to film him. I don't know what's going on. It's just crazy. So, my dog sleep. What is he doing behind my bed? Oh. So, yeah, Josh is out in the streets. And again, I just came by to talk about the housewives for now. I will be back. The recap will be up at midnight. So I'm going to go and see what Kenya's talking about on Watch What Happens Live. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Josh will be back. To all y'all lusting over Josh, he'll be back. Thank you, Shay. Thank you all the moderators. No nonsense. Zeals. Who else was in here? I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the squad, and I will be back. And again, the written recap will be on Straight from the A at midnight. Thank you for sitting through me by myself. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all later. Thanks, Zeals.